Get in! England off to a flyer already in Euro 2024 as England have won 1-0 against Serbia. Not exactly the most exciting of games, I've got to say, however, but at least we've got the result. At least we've got, the first win in our road to the final. The goal, of course, coming by none other than Jude Bellingham. A fantastic goal, fantastic performance by Bellingham and Trippier and Guehi as well. But as for some of the other players tonight in that game in Germany, I've got to say there's a lot more needed from England if we are to win, of course, this Euros. Now, that's not to be negative in any way. Don't take that as me being spoil sport and trying to spoil the party. But you could see, England just didn't look like we had enough there to go all the way and win the final. There was quite a few bad performances tonight. Phil Foden, for one, was really bad. I thought, he didn't really seem to get going in the match at all. Harry Kane as well, another one, who you would have thought would have had a really good game. And this should be Harry Kane's best tournament as well, with him already playing an entire season in Germany. He should be used to playing in those sort of conditions, in that weather climate, of course, in Germany. But at least we got the results, at least we got the win, and we're now one step closer to it, but a lot is needed, from Southgate and his coaching staff, because there was a lot of, lackluster performances in there from quite a few different players, and, we need that edge in there as well. You could see at times that once we got about the 60-minute mark, I believe it was, we needed to get some fresh legs in, some speed into the game, and we see Conor Gallagher coming into the game as a substitute who didn't, even give anything to the game when he came on. He never really did anything in the game once coming on as a substitute. Then, of course, we're seeing Jared Bourne coming into the game as well, not giving anything to the game, not benefiting the game in any way. Then we're seeing Mainu coming on, of course, for Jude Bellingham towards the latter end of the game. And again, another player that just didn't give anything to the game when he came into it. We were at one point, like I say, really in the need of getting a player in with speed. And, Alan Shearer said it himself on core commentary for the game. We needed to get some speed in down that left wing, and it just wasn't being given. Southgate just didn't go for it. He didn't put in the subs when he needed to put in the subs. So a lot does need to be done in that department. It's for us to even consider making it all the way to the final in, of course, Berlin. But at least we got the win. At least we're off to a start. And hopefully, the next game against Denmark will be a little bit more of an entertaining, a little bit more of a professional finish to a game. We had the chance to finish Serbia off quite a few times in the game, and we didn't take it. We will keep going back into the midfield, into the defence. And this craziest one of all was Pickford. He was keep getting the ball back to him. He was hoofing it up the pitch, which I didn't understand one bit, because before the game even started, they did show you the stats saying the height of the players that Serbia had, and they outweighed us in the height department. So I did not understand one bit why we were keep hoofing the ball long every single minute, because there was no chance that Harry Kane was ever going to get on it. He isn't a player of speed. As we know, he does not have speed. He doesn't possess speed. So there was no way that he was ever going to get on the end of a ball coming over the top. And when it was going up into the air and it was coming down, the Serbians were winning it with a header. So, like I say, a lot needs to be improved before we can even consider, being in that final in Berlin, you know, come the 14th of July. But let us know your thoughts anyway down in the comments below. Hopefully you have liked this video. If you have, hit that like button, share it with your friends, and if you're also new to the channel, please consider subscribing to the channel, as I'm on the road to 2.5k subscribers. If you haven't subscribed and you have been watching the videos for a while, then what are you doing? Get that button pressed, because that is the only way I'm going to be able to grow this channel with the support from you guys. But till next time, see you all later, and How England.